Hello everybody, welcome to today's stream. So as you can see, we're going to start with Senran Kagura Burst Renewal, following that with potentially the finale of The Simpsons Hit and Run, and then I'll start a new game at the end. We're about halfway through the Crimson story, hence why I've named the stream Senran Kagura Crimson Renewal. Yeah, we've got a lot of levels on the Crimson Squad already. I mean, I was not expecting that, to be honest. Got Mirai. So yeah, Mirai's already level 14. Let's not forget Asuka was level 18 when we got to the finale of that. Just need to put the chat up. There we go. Yeah, we're missed chapter 3 of 5, so halfway there. In fact, we're nearing the end of chapter 3. Alright. So last time Hebijo went and tried to take the super secret ninja art scroll from Hanzo. Unfortunately, they failed, and when they tried to open the scroll, their allies turned on them, so they had to kill them. Unfortunately, very sad. But Mirai was almost affected by it as well, which made her very uncomfortable about whether she belongs as an elite of Hebijo. Try to comfort her, but it's not really working out, so let's go and continue on. Mirai shouted at me, then turned and ran off down the beach. I didn't know what was going on with her. All I could do was stand there, dumbfounded. Watching her shrinking form disappear into the distance gave me a weird, dark sensation in my chest. She still hasn't come back. We've been given an extra 3 days at the beach to look for her. Hebijo students who go AWOL are treated as renegades, since they know classified information. The punishment's about as harsh as you'd expect. A few years in prison at the least. So far, Master Suzune's managed to keep a lid on it. The official explanation is that she's doing extracurricular training. Makes sense, doesn't it? Even so, that cover story has only bought us 3 days. If we can't find her by then, we'll have to report her disappearance to the school. The first and second days have come and gone. If we don't find her today, she's in serious trouble. So Mirai's basically doing the Hibari of the Burst story, I take it. The beach, the riverbank, the mountains, the barrens. We search until our legs are stiff and sore. But there's no trace of her anywhere. She is a shinobi student after all. It only makes sense she wouldn't be easy to track. Homura doesn't usually look this unsettled. If Mirai used these 3 days to get a head start, there's no way we're going to find her. We split up and go on searching individually. I try to imagine how Mirai's feeling. Did she really want to leave Hebijo? It didn't seem like it. And if I'm right about that, she probably hasn't gone far. I searched the back alleys of a deserted shop district. Mirai, where are you? Where did you go? The sun is setting. We don't have much time left. As I look high and low, I feel a sensation of déjà vu. I remember. I've had this experience before. I don't have any parents. My earliest memories take place in an orphanage. I guess I must have been abandoned. Even as a child, I had no emotions, so the other kids used to tease me constantly. But since I didn't feel anything, being called weird or dead face obviously didn't bother me. Most of the kids seemed to find my attitude unpleasant, to put it mildly. At age 8, I escaped from the orphanage. Not for any compelling reason. I was just uncomfortable, so I thought I'd leave. People can live on their own. Even if you have nowhere to go, you can live off your clothes on your back, in theory. A child living that way turned out, well, pretty much like you'd expect. An unsavory character. I fell in with the street gang. I don't know how many were in the gang exactly, since of turnover. Probably around 40 in total. Our leader was a girl named Hinata, maybe 20 years old or so. She had smooth, pretty skin and always wore trendy clothes. She looked more like a model than a gang member. Despite her looks, she was deadly with a knife, not someone you'd want to cross. She was downright sadistic in a fight, which terrified everyone around her. Just like me, Hinata had escaped from an orphanage. Maybe that's why she noticed me. Whatever reason she had, she took good care of me. Even in the gang, I got teased a lot about my expressionless face. But Hinata was different. She'd tell me there was nothing strange about me. That I was fine just the way I was. She always used to tell me that. It was a weird thing to say, really. At least no one had ever told me anything like that before. She was different from the others. I wanted to be near her. I wanted to hear her voice. I must have followed her around like a puppy for, I don't know how long. People can live on their own, but living by yourself is dull. Spending time with Hinata taught me that. Open your heart, people say. Without emotions, I never quite knew if I was doing it right. But, maybe, feeling like I did towards Hinata, that was what opening my heart felt like. Even now, I can't say for sure. One day, someone in our gang screwed up and pissed off a rival gang. It escalated until they wanted us all dead. One after another, our gang members turned up dead, slaughtered. They had no problems killing our younger members. I had a few pretty close shaves myself. At the rate things were going, we were going to be wiped out. So Hinata stepped in. Hinata set up a parley. But she never came back from it. I looked for her. I don't even know how many days I kept on searching. The rest of the gang said she'd made a break for it. But I didn't believe that. Hinata wouldn't abandon the gang. She wouldn't abandon me. Even while everyone else left the hideout one by one, I searched and searched. One day, I happened to look in a back alley behind the shops district. I saw a familiar looking figure lying in a dumpster. Please let me be wrong. God or anyone. Don't take Hinata away from me. I staggered to the front of the dumpster. There lay Hinata, limp as an old rag, illuminated by the orange light of the sunset. Hinata! Hinata! I screamed until my throat hurt, but she didn't answer. Her smooth skin had been slashed to ribbons. I touched her blood-drenched form. I felt how cold she was, how the warmth had been completely drained away. She was dead. Long dead. Her favourite knife lay by her side. I picked it up and gripped it tightly. I held onto it as hard as I could, as if I were holding onto her soul. I felt a strange sensation inside, as if my heart were in free fall. Drip. Drip, drip. It was like rain. Rainfall inside of me. Mirai. I speak her name without even thinking. I'm passing by a dumpster in the shops district when I glanced inside and see someone dressed like Mirai. The image of Hinata's dead body rushes back into my mind. A chill runs down my spine. With a lump in my throat, I approach the dumpster. Mirai's body is in the garbage. Oh no. She's not even twitching. Mirai. Oh no, she can't be dead. My strength leaves me. I drop to my knees. Then she sits up. Oh man. She does not realize how much pain she caused her. Jeez. She gives me an awkward look. I feel something drip in my heart. Just like when I lost Hinata, there's rain inside me. Mirai looks at me, shocked. Of course she is. She's actually feeling crying. Me? That can't be. She's just crying from relief. As I say that, I take Mirai's hand. She gives me a tiny smile and offers me a handkerchief. Am I really crying? Am I? No, that could never be. I don't have any emotions. Nothing could make me cry. It just can't happen. But maybe that raindrop feeling in my heart is the sound of tears? Was I really in tears while I was thinking of Hinata and Mirai? If that's true, then maybe I dab my eyes with Mirai's handkerchief. I look down at the fabric. It's just a little bit damp. It's nice to hear that she does have emotions.
Mirai, なんで逃げ出した？黙ってたらわからん。とにかく戻ろうか。
You were almost declared a renegade, you know, Mirai.
やだ。私は戻らない。戻りたくない。理由もなく学校を離れたら抜け人扱いになることは知ってるやろ？知ってるよ。抜け人が悲惨な目に遭うこともね。でも私はそれでも戻らないよ。ほなしゃあないな。無理やりにでも連れて帰るで。
Not gonna let you just up and leave. Oh, so I'm just gonna fight her now. Okay. Let's do this. Time to knock Mirai back to her senses. Alright, let's go. Ah! Snap out of it, Mirai! Oof. I didn't. It's all about pressing it just before. You gotta just stand there. Of course I'm gonna. Nope. Oh, can't. God damn it. I keep missing her. I keep going past her. Gotta do it, Mirai. Can't just abandon her, can't leave her on her own. She's a friend. Alright. Let's go. Come on, Mirai, you gotta do better than that. Although I don't like how she just sits in a corner. At least you got out now. Well, if you're gonna just sit in a corner, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do that. Come on. Mirai, you gotta just stop doing that. Oh, jeez, what's she doing? Oh, she flew, didn't she? Oh, no, I missed. Oh, she just dodged. She dodged away. Oh, come on. How did I keep missing her? It's her dodging, isn't it? The way she dodges. That's what does it. I'm not messing with you. I'm just bringing you back to your senses. That hype sauce, G Fuel's really nice.
Mirai, 今力抜いてたやろ。
I wonder why.
戻りたくなければ、わしを倒せばよかったはずや。それやのに力を抜くとはどういうこっちゃ？
Because she doesn't want to, really, of course.
私は戦いたくないんだ。選抜メンバーのみんなは私の大事な友達だから。傷つけるのも傷つけられるのも嫌なんだ。でも今のままヘビジョにいたら私凶暴化してみんなに襲いかかっちゃうかもしれない。
Of course, we all fear that demon in ourselves.
凶暴化？超秘伝忍法書の任務のことのか？私半蔵襲撃の時に凶暴化しかけたんだ。
I suppose her motives aren't as strong as the others. Maybe that's why.
そうやったんか。話は分かった。わしはミを見んかったことにするわ。
Why would you do that?
わしも嫌や。あんたと命がけで戦うなんてできん。でも私を見逃しちゃったら。わしのことは気にせんで。はよ逃げるんや。
Don't understand why she'd continue to run away. She surely realizes she has to face her demon sooner or later.
不思議なもんやな。未来と戦うことを思うと胸が痛む。でもあのカツラギと戦うことを思うと胸が弾むような感じがする。なんなんやろこれ。このわけのわからん感じは。
It's nice to hear her expressing emotion, though.
もしかしてこれが感情なんやろか。
So, she's run away now, but I'm sure we'll find her again soon. Well, I've only had a C rank, just one C. Everything's been B and A otherwise. I've not been doing too bad. Mind you, the Mirai's death, Hikage's despair. Yep, she actually did finish this feel despair. It was mental, right?
Mirai, mate!
Oh, you're not going to be able to run forever, Mirai.
日陰から話は聞いた。だったらこのまま行かせてよ。私が選抜クラスにいたら 凶暴化してみんなに。
There you go. It's time for the leader to show her what she means.
私は言ったはずだ。体力や精神力の弱い者が凶暴化しやすいと。
Yeah, you did technically not go berserk.
だから私は
未来、聞け。体力や精神力が弱いのなら鍛えればいい。違うか。やるべきことはまず修行。逃げるよりも鍛えることだ。
A very straightforward Homer approach.
未来、私と戦え。無意味に殺し合うための戦いではない。ヘビジョの仲間として生きていくための戦いだ。
So am I Mirai or Homura? Probably Homura, because she's on the left side of the screen. At least that's what I think it's gonna go. Yeah, okay. Baby, come back. Alright, let's show her. So I get to fight the annoying Mirai. And I don't mean annoying as a character, annoying as how she fights. Cursed range. Oh, come on. Come on, Mirai, you can do better than that. I'm fighting you, Mirai. What do you think I'm doing? Ooh. I mean, the move doesn't do a lot of damage. Ah. Man, having to constantly keep beating Mirai down makes me feel kind of bad. But it's all for her own good, I know that. Forget I can do aerial blocks now. Ow. Oh, I know she's harder to fight when she's in transformed and I'm not. Ah. She's showing me, isn't she? The weird thing about Homura's Shinobi transformation is her uniform is exactly the same. I mean, you know, why would that be? Oh, come on. I'll tear right through you! Ah. Oh. Wow, I actually managed to dodge it. I actually got to the bounce point. I've got to though, Mirai. Oh, come on. Why do I keep missing her? Here we go. Time to finish her off. Oh. She's your friend. She's not. It's not meant to be idiot to you. Okay, that didn't take as long, I don't think. And I finished it with a special ultimate finish, so hopefully a good BRA here as well.
私の勝ちだな。
私弱いね。
Aw. And the cute bear. Aw.
強くなりたい。私もっともっと強くなりたい。
なれるさ。未来なら。強くなるための戦いなら、私がいくらでも付き合っている。
Your friends are here to help you.
でも戻っていいのかな。私抜け人になってないの。
It's not quite midnight of the third day yet. I think you're fine.
気にするな。今戻ればお咎めはないだろう。それに悪は善より寛大だからな。
Yes, the Hebijo school motto. Where good favors few, evil accepts all.
さあ、一緒に帰ろう。
I think it's a B. Oh, cool, I got an A. I guess it's just because Homer isn't as good at comboing as some of the others are. That's probably why. Achievement unlocked, the yin and yang. I wonder what that's for. A load of new free missions, if I need them, which I probably will, because Homer is leveling up a lot slower than the others. So imagine I'm going to have to level her up to 18 for the final boss.
さて、今日も後輩たちを仕事としましょうか。
Ah yes, and then there's also Haruka, who I fought with the least.
はるかさん。
Wait, Hibari's here?
ひばり？なんでここに？
Oh, is this when she...
もちろん自分で調べたんだよ。ひばり、情報活動だけは得意だから。
But why would she come on her own and reveal herself? What?
まさかヘビジョの本拠地に乗り込んでくるなんて。
Yeah, because she actually does to try and get the scroll back, but we have the scroll, right?
はるかさんに言われた通り転校しに来たよ。
So when did she lose the scroll?
ちょっと待って。本気？ もちろん本気だよ。だって悪は正義より寛容なんだよね。
I don't know, Hibari's acting strange. I don't like it.
ドジばっかしちゃうんだ。だから善人より悪人の方が向いてると思って。
So if we've had the scroll battle, then clearly she's come to get it back.
だからってそうだよね。なんか裏があるって思うよね。だったらはるかさん、ひばりと戦って。
Oh, cool. I get to fight Hibari.
どうして？戦ってみればわかるよ。ひばりの気持ちが。
Okay. It's weird, but if that's what Hibari wants, I'll humor her. Although I do not like playing as Haruka, so I imagine fighting Hibari is going to be quite an annoyance. Alright. Let's do this. Woo! She's trying to hit me. I mean, I can sort of understand why Haruka and Hibari, they both fight with allies. She has her bunny and Haruka has the puppet. I'm not gonna let you. Alright, and knock her into a combo. As you can see, I'm not really doing that much damage. Yeah, parrying it, you don't have to be right on with the timing. You just have to do it just as she's about to attack. Whee! Sorry, Hibari, I love you. She not gonna transform? Okay, now she is. She's a cutie with a cutie booty. Cutie patootie. Right, you can do that. I'm gonna transform. Alright, let's do this. What is it with Hebijo students and sticking out their tongues? Parry her into a combo. Oh no, I missed. I mean, literally, I've just gotta look out. Sorry, Hibari. I don't like hurting you. I missed it that time. There you go. Ooh. Fortunately, she's given me lots of opportunities. Ow. Alright, got her. Oof. Oh. How was that? Oh my god, she's so cute. I love her so much. The fact that she prioritized covering her butt over her chest. I just love it. Ugh. And yet she still has a smile on her face. I totally want to do the same, Haruka, not gonna lie. Wait, is this... This is very strange. She's just canning it over? This is very strange. I mean, I know this is the Hebijo story, but this is very strange. I've never actually played as the Hebijo class before, when I played a Senran Kagura game. Wow, I got an A grade with Haruka. Well, I did before, so, you know. I think Haruka's the first C grade I got. I think. But yeah, here we go. So what is Hibari up to? People call this city's glittering skyline a symbol of our nation's wealth, but in its shadow are the slums where I was born and raised. This shanty town would welcome any stranger who wandered in with naught but clothes on his back. The dirt road that leads in is called Unemployment Street. The moment my feet set upon that road, I could really smell rotting bananas. What a nice aroma. It's the slums' way of saying, welcome home. Oh man. A short walk down Unemployment Street leads to a row of mansions made of sheet metal. People in the slums call this area Beverly Hills. Oh god, really? Oh? Yes, Beverly Hills. It even smells like La Dolce Vita. It's the smell of packaged instant ramen being cooked. As that smell tickles my nostrils, I hear the distant sounds of children laughing. The voices are coming from Central Park, which is what we call the slum's main recreational area. I wonder what's going on. Let's take a look and see. A woman clad in a kimono and mask stands on stage at the center of the plaza. The handmade mask resembles a bird. A swallow, I suppose. The show appears to be quite a hit with the children. The masked woman begins acting like a child. She then switches to the role of a creepy old man. Wow, very good acting. Apparently, this is a one-woman show. She then shifts into a powerful voice and presses play on an old cassette player. The cassette player belts out fast-paced, heroic theme music. The woman strikes a pose at center stage. Is this Ikaruga? BC Mask starts to beat up the creepy old man. From BC Mask to the old man to little girl, little BC Mask. She shifts her position with dizzying speed, keeping up the play by herself. I can't quite call it a good performance. The acting falls far short of what professionals typically offer. Amateur production or not, however, the children's eyes are glued to BC Mask. When the play ends, the audience cheers and applauds. All of the children are smiling. I've never seen such happy expressions. BC Mask hands out candy to the children, then dashes off stage. I slip into the shadows and tail her. For a street performer, BC Mask is quite fast. The only way I can keep her in sight is by running full speed. She's as fast as a shinobi student. Who on earth is she? She stops in front of Town Hall and drops an envelope through a mail slot. Once she leaves, I squeeze my hand through and grab the envelope. Now, let's see. On the envelope is written, donation of 30,000 yen. She puts on a show, gives out candy, and even donates money to help the slums. I'm consumed with the desire to thank her. If only you knew who she really was. I exit the slums and search the area. A short while later, I find BC Mask in the shade of a nearby tree. As I watch, she removes the mask and places it in her bag. I move in front of her to catch a glimpse of her face. The sight of her face leaves me speechless. BC Mask is really... Recognize the voice, you know who it is. But you're a rich person. How could you do this? Mortifying. This is mortifying. I've never been so humiliated. BC Mask is really the spoiled little princess in disguise. I thought there must have been such a good person under the mask. What a ludicrous notion. Yomi just can't accept that she's a good person. At my harsh tone, the little princess casts her gaze downward. The princess fidgets, unable to reply. Interesting name there. I'm taken aback at the sheer lameness of it all. She's very easily swayed by Katsuragi, isn't she? I tune out her explanation. I'm not interested in whatever weak excuses she has. I unload all of my pent-up aggression. The princess offers no defense as I prepare my final assault. I know her wealthy blood runs cold through her heart, but her ruthlessness is nothing compared to mine.
そもそも寄付でしたら私もしていますの。いくらだと思われまして？月額30万円。30万円ですわよ。
And I'm poor. What's your excuse?
を全部寄付しているんです。
If going without means I can make sure one less child will starve, I'll give it all I have for that child's sake.
私の行いが偽善だというのなら返す言葉はありません。
I can barely hear her muttering.
たったあなたから貧民街の話を聞いて何かできることをしたいと思ったのです。
With that, she sinks to her knees and lowers her head to the ground.
何の真似ですの？
An apology, jeez. She's kneeling? The princess is setting aside her pride and kneeling before me? I have to admit, I'm a bit astonished.
お父様の言動があなたを深く傷つけたのなら私にはこうしてお詫びすることしかできません。
I'm forced to choke down my raging bile. I'm not fond of people who think that saying I'm sorry fixes everything. In fact, I've always regarded the urge to apologize with deep suspicion. You can bow your head and still be laughing in your heart. I'm sure all rich people do just that. She still kneels with her brow to the ground, not moving a muscle. As I watch her, I can't help thinking of her BC Mass performance. The children really did look happy. They all truly enjoyed the show. Can such a rotten person really give such joy to children? No, I think that would be impossible. Children are pure, honest beings. They can see right through a charlatan. But if that's the case, what could there be in the heart of this princess that gives them so much joy? I grind my teeth. I can feel myself welling up. The image of the kneeling princess turns blurry in my sight.
ずるいずるいずるい。お金があって心も綺麗なんてずるい。
Oh. My emotions suddenly burst forth. She's so frustrated. I perform my shinobi transformation and swing my sword down at her. But the princess does not even react. My sword plows into the ground a few inches away from her head. I inhale sharply, trying to gather myself. There are so many things I want to say to her.
あれは私が小学校を卒業する直前のことでした。お父さんとお母さんが急にいなくなってしまったのです。
All my deep...
私は
Oh,
自分が両親に捨てられたと思いました。
sorry, Yomi, I didn't mean to interrupt. All my deepest thoughts and feelings come pouring out at once. I unleash all the sadness and anger I've been holding back these many long years.
お嬢様には絶対にわからない。貧民街の人にヘビジを紹介してもらうまで、私がどんな気持ちで生きてきたのか。
The tears threaten to spill from my eyes.
私は両親を、大好きだった両親を恨んで生きてきたのです。恨むしかなかったから、恨みをバネにして生きていくしかなかったから。
She puts on a strong front, but she's deep down, she is still a fragile girl. Before I realize it, she's crying right along with me. Her large black eyes cloud over like crystals.
でも違ったんです。両親は私を捨てたわけではありませんでした。両親は命を切り売りしてまで私の将来のためにお金を残してくれたのです。そんな。
Her mouth finally opens. A tear traces its way down her cheek.
すべて遅かったのです。両親に感謝したくても、両親に疑ったことを詫びたくても、すべてが遅かったのです。お父さんとお母さんは死んでしまったのだから。
She really has suffered a lot, hasn't she? Jeez. In my fury, I kick away the princess's bag.
どうして生まれた時からお金がある家とない家があるの？
There's only so much wealth in the world, and some monopolize it and the others have to suffer without. Still crying, I grasp her shoulders and shake her. I shake her as hard as I can over and over. I scream until I run out of air. As I break into gasps, I catch sight of a scroll laying on the ground. It must have been in her bag. I pick it up and open it. The princess lets out a small exclamation, but it doesn't deter me from looking. The scroll details her entire family tree. Now you find out she's adopted. The scroll reveals a shocking truth to me. Yes, she was. Without a word, she nods. I flash back to the eating contest. That boy, Murasame, who treated her so coldly, it must have been because she's not his blood kin. Maybe she didn't have such a peaceful, happy childhood after all. With that, she again puts her brow to the ground. I had it completely wrong. She hadn't discarded her pride by prostrating herself. Quite the opposite. She took pride in her prostration, not asking for simple forgiveness at all. All the wealthy are my enemies. I labelled them a target for my hatred, and I've lived with that ever since. And though I see now that my path might be twisted, it is not so easy to change. However, I silently hold out my right hand. She looks up at me and gingerly takes my hand. Aww. I suddenly realize something else. Her hands are warm. What I said before about her wealthy blood running cold wasn't a metaphor. I'd always been under the impression that rich people were literally cold-blooded. But I was wrong. She has a tender warmth. I pull her to her feet. Her face is stained with tears and mud. I'm glad they've made up. We exchange a quick glance, then suddenly burst into laughter. As we continue to laugh, tears begin to stream again. And yet, we're still laughing. Laughing. Crying. Laughing again. As I say that, her face falls a bit. My heart's been consumed with hatred for the rich for as long as I can remember. And now, thanks to a rich person, I feel my heart begin to lighten again. Life truly is mysterious. I hold my hand out to her again. She accepts it with another little smile. This time, it's just a shake. Our orders may bring us into conflict again. She certainly knows that as well as I do. So we let the handshake linger for a while, each feeling the warmth of the other. Aw, that's sweet. Uh-oh. Oh look, more street thugs. Are they the same people from the eating contest, maybe? Okay. Never mind. Damn straight. Oh.
わかりました。お嬢様、力を貸してください。ええ、任せてください。
Alright, let's do this! Let's kick some ass and take some names. Call me the Sprout. Protect your territory. Now Yomi's not the... Oh, come on, I blocked it, didn't I? Oh, that's nice, that is. Oh, how could I not have gotten them? Come on. Ah, oh, god damn it. They keep just... It's hard to read so many people surrounding me at once. I mean, when I do actually manage to... Well, at least now that I've been... They can't keep attacking me. Oh, they're on the scaffolding, are they? Ow. Man, the stagger lasts a while, doesn't it? Oh, come on, what the hell? God damn it, the yo-yo girls. I hate them so much. Nicey nice. Oh, stop running away, you cowards. Why would she be hiding up here? There's the secret scroll. Top secret file. Whoa, panties. Alright. Oh, come on! Ah, you got a boss as well. There you go, if you parry at just the right time. Ah, curse you and your yo-yos. Got a parry off. And we got another enemy who's just running away on the scaffolding. A number of them, actually. Come on, gotta get up there. Oh, what are you doing up here, big lady? Come on, ladies. Why are so many of them just hiding up there? Can't even get to you. Right, can I get up? There we go. Well, I was hoping I'd get a few level ups, but it doesn't look like it. This is taking forever because of these enemies just running away. I blocked it. Oh, come on. Oh, there's one more hiding up here. Well, this is definitely going to be a C or a D. Huh. The fact that enemies can hide in the scaffolding really makes the clear time really difficult to do quickly.
お嬢様、ありがとうございます。
どうしたのですか？浮かない顔して。
No hatred.
何かまだ問題があるのですか？
私たちは悪人と善人、いつかは戦う定めです。
ええ、そうですね。
It's the sad truth of the whole situation now, isn't it?
だからその時が来るまでは私とお友達になってくださいますか？
Aww. Yay.
私のような貧乏人ではダメでしょうか？
Don't be so silly.
とんでもない。私の方こそお願いします。ただし
Although
ただし
お嬢様ではなくてイカルガと呼んでもらえますか？
now that you're friends, I guess it's only natural, right?
あら、嫌だ。そうですね。ではこれからよろしくお願いします、イカルガさん。
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice development. Got a lot of XP, mind. My first D rank, all because of how long it took. That's purely on the length of the fight. 5-minute fight. If that had been closer to 3 or 2 minutes, I probably would have gotten a B. Well, moving on.
ホムラちゃん、ひばりが持ってきた半蔵の超秘伝忍法書は？
あれなら道元が持っていった。ヘビジョの本部で保管するらしい。
Imagine if it was a fake.
ほんと、ひばりのお手柄よね。
Or has she?
さあ、ひばりと一緒にスイーツでも食べに行こうかしら。
おいはるか、今はそんな時か？超秘伝忍法書を取り戻しに半蔵の連中が攻めてくるとは思わないのか？
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
大丈夫大丈夫。
We're stronger than them, it's fine.
もし半蔵が攻めてきたとしても、私とひばりでちょちょいのちょいだから。
She's really happy with having Hibari.
はるか、ヘビジョの生徒は慣れ合わない仲間ではなかったのか？
私とひばりは慣れ合ってないわよ。超仲良しなだけ。
It's what you'd like to think, I'm sure.
しかし
何よ、私の強さが不安ってこと？いいわ。だったら試してみなさいよ。
Oh, I have to fight Haruka?
ひばりとラブラブになっても腕は鈍ってないから。
いいだろう、相手になってやる。
Alright, let's do this. Now, when I was being Hibari against her, I did learn to, how to time my parries, so hopefully I'll do better. Possibly get 2 levels, hopefully. Ah! Oh. There you go, got the parry off. Although taking some damage on the way was not great. Yes, Haruka. Your moves are quite easy to read. Oof. There you go. Alright, bring it on. Gotta transform now. I could have tried to fight it without transforming, but, you know. Let's make the fight fair, right? Damn it, I knew that was coming, and I didn't try and block it. Oh, come off it! That's ridiculous! Ah, I said I'd probably do good, because I can read her moves, but... while I'm able to parry a lot, I'm still getting a bit carried away with my attack offensive. I mean, so I keep making stupid little moves that let her... Well, I didn't actually knock her into a stun with that one. Guess I just blocked it, right? Ah, come off it. That move is ridiculous as well. I really don't like that move. If she knocks me into the air, I literally can't dodge the electricity. Oh man, I didn't finish her off. Jesus. Damn it. I know I'll get a D rank from this. She's doing way too much damage to me. Definitely a D rank. I was way too careless. I literally gave her ample opportunity to hit me with the maximum combo each time she attacked me.
Haruka, 久しぶりに1対1で戦ったが、相変わらずやるな。これだけの腕があるのだ。仲良しごっこはやめたらどうだ？
確かにホムラちゃんは強い。でも私は負けた気がしないわ。
Oh, wouldn't you know?
強がりはよせ。
強がってるのはどっちかしら。
なんだと？
They're having a bit of an argument.
知っている？ヨミちゃんが半蔵の子と友達になったの。
何？
いけない？
当たり前だ。あいつらは命をかけて戦う敵だぞ。
This may be where she starts losing her position at the top of the totem pole.
友達を作ったらいけないのってこと。
友達など強さを極めるには邪魔だ。
You'd be surprised.
私はそうは思わないけど。
はるかもヨミも話にならん。
No, I think they do. How much damage? 700. Oof. That was a pretty rough fight. I'll take a B for that. I thought that was a pretty bad one. I guess time elapsed is a big factor. Tireless exploration. Right, so I guess Homura is not approving of what her friends are doing, making other friends. Monkey shinobi abilities. Okay. It's interesting. I have time for one more before the next game. Oh jeez. The deep voice of a suited man echoes through the shinobi room. He is a tall man, solidly built. His name is Dojin. He's one of Hebijo's biggest investors. Even Hibari's caught up in the fighting, jeez. I glance around at the others, but they look away. As Dojin sees that no answers are coming, his expression grows severe. Though Hebijo's investors are many and varied, most of the money comes from big business. When they need to resolve business matters through unofficial channels, they often make use of Hebijo alumni. On rare occasions, Dojin himself will work with the evil shinobi in training. His investments alone, apparently from his own personal finances, rival those of big corporations. Who is he, and what is he planning? His presence makes us all uncomfortable, but he is valued sponsor, so there's no room to complain. Since no one else is answering, he picks me. The team is split into two groups on opposite sides of the ninja room. One group consists of myself, Hibari, and Yomi. The other consists of Homura, Hikage, and Mirai. One school of thought that values friendship in spite of being shinobi. One school of thought that prizes the acquisition of power over all else. Somewhere along the line, we split right down the middle. Master Suzune stands between the two groups, grim-faced, folded. I don't think she's particularly thrilled to have to mediate this disagreement. My heart aches. I hoped I'd never see this amongst my own friends. Seems like a fair argument to me. Homura grins at Dojin's proposal. The moment Hibari begins to speak, Mirai snaps at her. This is how you know they're at each other's throats. Dojin watches their argument with a keen eye. Master Suzune gives a disappointed sigh. Hibari and Yomi look expectantly at me. It looks like I've got the deciding vote. Might makes right, winner take all. How very appropriate for Hebijo. But I can't bring myself to simply go along with this. For one, what does it even mean to be appropriate for Hebijo? Circumstances with Hibari have made me rethink my relationship with the school in general. Our goal is to become evil shinobi. The work of an evil shinobi is unglamorous to say the least, and it demands the very pinnacle of mental and physical conditioning. That's it. An evil shinobi must be strong in body and mind. In which case, what Homura is saying is... At my continued silence, Master Suzune speaks up instead. Oh, this will be interesting. At her request, everyone else silently shuffles out of the room. Dojin looks as though he's about to protest, but Master Suzune pays him no mind. When the others have left, Master Suzune folds her arms and looks at me quizzically. I find myself unable to reply, and she gives me a thin-lipped smile. Things change. I let out a laugh in spite of myself. She means the very first power she taught me. Just before I was admitted to Hebijo, when I thought of killing my parents. I grew up in a wealthy doctor's family. We lived in a bona fide mansion, the envy of all my little school friends. But if they'd known what took place inside of that house, they wouldn't have envied me at all. My parents were human garbage. My mother's very identity revolved around doting on me. Anything I wanted, she bought for me. Anywhere I went, she came along as well. Every waking moment I had, she smothered under a mountain of lessons. She had a particularly morbid fascination with clothes. She'd buy them by the truckload and dress me up for her own little living doll. We had a huge dressing room, or as I considered it, a torture chamber. Mother would always dress me and say, "How cute," or "How beautiful." I could never refuse her directions. It was like being under a spell. Father, on the other hand, was rarely home. Even as a child, I knew he was having affairs. Because of that, Mother directed all of her feelings at me. Mother may have been mad, but Father was the one who drove her to it. Father was a world-renowned physician, but beneath his sterling reputation was a shocking amount of malpractice, all papered over with hush money. To make matters worse, that money came from multiple counts of tax evasion, so yes, I think human garbage is an accurate description. I could only tolerate so much from either of them. Sometime in middle school, I finally exploded inside. It was late one night, a rare night when both of them were actually home. Somehow I found myself standing on the front steps. In one hand was a lighter, in the other hand, a can of kerosene. I remember thinking, I'm going to burn it all and end this. Once it's all over, I can be free. With an utterly calm expression, I began pouring out the kerosene. Then I flicked the lighter, and that's when it happened. The lighter disappeared from my hand. Confused, I turned around to see a woman in a red parka standing behind me. She held my lighter in her hand. When had she managed to take it? She turned her back and walked away, her long hair fluttering in the wind. I saw no other choice but to follow her in silence. When we approached a nearby park, she tossed the lighter back to me. I fumbled with my hands, then caught it. A teacher? That was a bit disappointing. Teachers don't get involved in household problems. Outside of television shows, they're good for nothing but empty platitudes. She looked at me with ice in her eyes, not a look one would expect from just any teacher. Her words caught me off guard. Killing them, burning the house down, it wouldn't make me feel better at all. Even if my parents were to vanish, it wouldn't break the chain around my heart. In the end, all I'd be left with would be guilt. I'd be in worse shape than ever. But what was I supposed to do then? How else was I going to get away? After a moment's consideration, I saw there was only one possible outcome, miserable as it was. To accept the impossible. To admit I couldn't escape. Not from my parents, not from that house. Nothing I did would get me out of that hell. I realized I'd been crying. My cheeks, my collar, everything was soaked in tears. I finally managed to stop crying. Without a word, Master Suzune pulled out a handkerchief. I stared at her in naked confusion. Then I took the handkerchief. A few months later, Father turned himself into the police, confessing both his tax evasion and his medical malpractice. All thanks to Master Suzune and her lessons in the art of puppet mastery, manipulation, but on a much deeper level. He lost most of his fortune, and I knew his mistresses would follow soon enough. Mother's case was not so cut and dry. With Father out of the picture, I wondered if she might be happier, if we might be happier as a family. I decided to give her another chance. Loathsome as she'd been, she was still my mother after all. Since I'd had no other school in mind, I decided to enroll in Hebijo Clandestine Girls Academy. Obviously my parents couldn't know, and upon enrolling I decided to leave the house. Getting into Hebijo was easy. Since I had already learned the rather difficult art of puppet mastery, I was quite advanced for a new student. Again, all thanks to Master Suzune's rigorous coaching. She freed my heart and allowed me to move ahead on with my new path. I'm truly grateful to her. Master Suzune is my dear mentor. Master Suzune stands facing me in the ninja room, still awaiting my response.
傀儡の術なら使いません。仮にホムラちゃんたちを操れたとしても、それで解決だとは思いませんし。どうして？それは対抗戦で戦えばはっきりすると思います。
So she has grown, she has matured as a person. Her mouth twists at my words. She wears a cool smile, just like the one she flashed at me when we first met.
成長したな。
Master Suzune claps me on the shoulder and leaves the room. Puppetry is a devilishly easy problem solver, and the old me abused it left and right. But even when I did take control of my target's emotions, the results were always at least a bit off from what I'd hoped for in my heart. To truly resolve a conflict, opponents must clash and thereby reach an understanding. I could never reach that point with my parents, but my fellow elites could surely meet me halfway. We should be able to understand each other, absolutely. That's why I will give this battle my all. Homura, Hikage, Mirai. I'll fight you with my very heart. Please accept it. So I wonder if we're all gonna fight. It's just the leaders.
この間のリベンジをさせてもらうわよ。
1対1の戦いでは仲間など役には立つまい。
そんなことはないわ。手助けはしてくれなくても心を支えてくれる。それが仲間よ。
Something she's managed to learn, something Homura needs to learn.
そんな支えがなくても強いものは強い。鍛え上げた力と技こそが支えとなるんだ。
だったら戦ってはっきりさせるまでね。
望むところだ。
ちょっと待って。どうせ戦うのならホムラちゃん、あなたの勝負隊も一緒に相手をしてあげる
わ。Okay.
なんだと？勝負は1対1のはずだ。
But that's not the point that Haruka's trying to make, is it?
ただ1対1で勝つだけじゃ、ホムラちゃんは仲間の大切さを理解しないでしょ。
There you go, exactly.
だからといって1人対多数じゃ勝負にならん。1
人対多数じゃないわよ。だって私の心の中には仲間がいるから。
1人で戦うことで仲間の大切さを証明しようというのか。
Yep, pretty much.
いいだろう。そこまで言うのならその条件で相手をしてやる。
And we already know Homura won't join in a fight. She's gonna come in at the end when all her mob is defeated. And then she has the advantage of stamina. Ooh, we're fighting in the red hue. Oh, she got the sheep guys. Got ya. Can't even see. That's it, sheep. Oh, I managed to hit her. Whoops. That's the only problem with Haruka's moveset. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Ah, I didn't. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. Yeah, if I can just hit one and get knocked away. A little too early. But I'd rather block the damage than take it. Well, there's one. Now, is there a... There you go. And a full heal as well. I don't know, do we have any more? No, okay. Let's go. I mean, you get a lot of combos off. Oh. Oh, they keep jumping at me. Well, this 300 hit combo. Got a parry on. Oh, come on! I didn't mean to dodge into that. Ah. Oh, come on, that's bullshit. I mean, this fight is taking too long, I feel like. Anyway, here's Homura. And well, I took more damage than I would have liked. Ah, come on. Oh, she's too quick. She's much quicker than all the other characters I fought. God damn it! Ah, god damn it, I know I need to parry that. Well, there's a parry at last. Ah! I keep forgetting I need to hold it down when I get caught in a combo. Ah, there you go. There's another scroll as well. You think it's impossible, but look at me now. Ah! Well, I got her to transform first. That's important. It means the advantage she had is gone when I transform. Here we go. Bring it on, Homura. You're going down, girl. And yes. Got a parry. Ah, come on. Kiss. All right. Just keep doing that. There we go. Let's go all out now. Oh, come on. Oh, come off it, what? I wonder if using a special move literally just cancels it out. Not quite enough to take her out, but... Ah. The power of friendship wins again! I already know I've got a D rank for that, but that's just how it be. I mean, I got a high combo, but that fight took way too long.
勝ったの？いや、まだだ。まだ私は戦えるぞ。ちょっと待って。
I think that's enough.
ホムラちゃん、どれだけタフなのよ。
来い、はるか。決着はどちらかが動けなくなるまでだ。
Well, she's certainly got strong conviction. You can't deny her that.
もういいわ。ホムラちゃんの強さはよくわかった。このまま戦いを続ければ、そのうち私は負けるわ。
Looks like we're gonna stay on the path of evil.
スタミナ、打たれ強さ、精神力。ホムラちゃんの総合力にはかなわない。
She's insanely persistent, isn't she?
やっぱり選抜メンバー最強はホムラちゃんよ。
And only a second year.
仲間なんか関係ない強さってあるのね。
いや。
She considers you friends, though, doesn't she?
私が押されたのは事実だ。仲間の存在で精神力が増すのは確からしい。はるかの言葉は一理。
Oh, that's
だった
alright
らこう
then.
しない？強さも大事、仲間も大事。
No, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
両
it.
方大事ってことで。
Both very important.
そうだな。
Now they're thinking, why we fight over that?
それでいい。
We just compromise. That's what you always do.
それじゃ、これで仲直りね。
Yeah, we still got to see what happens about that was a lot of XP.
ダメだったわね。
3 levels up with the D rank. Okay, that's fine. I still got an awful lot of money. Like I said, some fights are easier when you've gotten stronger and gotten more combos. Well, we did see quite a lot of stuff happening in this part. But we've reached 1 hour and a half on the timer officially. So we are going to move on to the next game. The Simpsons Hit and Run, which should be the final, or the finale. So yeah, just give us a sec and I'll be back with you with The Simpsons Hit and Run. Probably the finale. Stick around.